welcome. It is Tuesday, May 15th. It's about 8:45 a.m. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping. It is beautiful. I have the windows at the front of the house open. The cats are going crazy in them. I'm kind of afraid that they're going to burst right through the window screen and go outside to get some of the birds and squirrels that are on the porch. They burst through and broke the screen on our screen door that we had up last summer, and actually we haven't even had a chance to have that repaired yet this year, so that's not on our door frame right now. We have an outer door, which is changeable. In the cooler months it's a big heavy door, and in the warmer months it's a light door that has just a screen on it, and we have to have that repaired before we can replace it because the cats literally just burst right through it last year and made a big hole in the screen. Anyway, so hello there. This is going to be just a quick catch-up video, and I do not think that it's going to go up until Wednesday because I have another video planned to go up today. I have a little bit of a backlog of videos, so I'm trying to stick to just one upload a day. So I have another one, a haul video actually, that's uploading right now. I have a couple of Happy Mail videos, things having to do with Happy Mails that are all set and ready to go. I'm just waiting for confirmation from one more Happy Mail friend that she has received her stuff before I'm comfortable uploading it, because I don't want to ruin the surprise. I'm fairly certain that she'd see it if I uploaded it before she got her mail. So I'm kind of just waiting for confirmation from her, and then I can get those videos up. I don't know if you can hear the noise in the background. The rabbit Daisy was being naughty this morning, so I put her in a timeout in her cage, and she's rattling the bars on the cage. She doesn't have, we don't have her in a rabbit pen. She actually has a large dog crate is her cage. Her pen. A small little rabbit pen was not working for her, so she's actually in a very large dog crate, and that's right around the corner. She's quite mad at being put in a timeout, so if you can hear that rattling, it's because she's standing up and shaking the edge of the cage. But that's what you get for climbing up on things and chewing Mama's books, right? Anyway. So, this week, what did I do yesterday? I've been kind of working. We're doing, in my big Etsy group, we're doing a Christmas in July promotion coming up in about 6 weeks. So, yesterday I kind of did a lot of prep work for that, for my Etsy shop, and I'll be continuing to work on that throughout the next couple of weeks. I have it kind of broken down into more manageable chunks, but yesterday was kind of the day when I got everything sorted. I finished up some other projects going on. I filmed a video yesterday showing off a product which is ready to go, and that will get uploaded at some point. I have today for you, I have a couple of small hauls to show off, and also some Happy Mail that has come in. I'm still waiting for quite a few other orders to come in, and also my Hero Arts May kit was just shipped out yesterday, so that should be here at some point this week, and I'll have those to show off a little bit later on in the week. Personally, I'm not feeling very great today. A lot of cramps, and I'm just really uncomfortable this time of the month, so I actually skipped my morning walk today because I was just that uncomfortable. I just couldn't conceive of doing that. I'm starting to feel a little bit better right now, so actually while the rabbit is in her cage after I finish this up, I might go for my walk now that I'm feeling a little bit better. But I've been going earlier in the morning, like around 6, because at 6 a.m. my husband and daughter are still here, so the rabbit can come out of her cage. She basically rules our lives. This rabbit, she's the queen of us all. She's very well loved, and she's quite the little Miss Sassy Pants. She knows exactly when the sun has come up and demands that it is bedtime is over and that it is time to come out. She started doing that at like 2 o'clock this morning, so we're all just very tired. And of course her cage is right next to the bed, so our bed, my husband and I. So anyway, so she does not like having to stay in her cage, and of course if there's not somebody in the house, she has to be in her cage. So it wasn't working out, me taking my walk mid-morning, because she was not liking getting back into her cage, so that I could go do that. So I've been going earlier in the morning, that way my husband and daughter are still here so that she can be out of the cage. Well, I didn't go for my walk this morning, so we let the rabbit out. Anyway, so long story short, now that the rabbit's in her cage for a timeout anyway, I might as well finish up this video, wrap it up, so that I can go take my walk. We'll see how I'm doing. I'm trying to I'm bending a little bit back and forth, twisting, seeing how my back is doing. I just, guys, with the endometriosis and the ovarian cysts and the cramps, just not, not feeling very great this time of the month. Anyway, let's move on. So I do have a couple of things to show off. I'm still waiting for a few orders. My cherry on top order hasn't shipped yet. With the compass brads that I'm waiting for to work on the invitations for my husband's daughter-in-law. Scrapbook Pal's not here yet. My eBay order's not here yet. Still waiting on hero odds. None of that is a huge rush. I am working on a couple of outgoing Happy Mails. I'm in a greeting card exchange, so there's a card that was requested of me that I actually have to make this week, which isn't an issue. And then I have another thing that I need to do for another exchange that I'm in. It's an exchange for card making supplies, so I have to gather just a couple of more things for that other one. Those probably aren't going to ship until Friday. It's going to be like the next time that I go to the post office anyway, later in the week. Today, so Tuesday, my daughter has an away game tonight, and it happens to be her furthest away scheduled game. We're in New Hampshire. We're rural out here, so the leagues that we get put in for our kids' sports are usually like down more towards the southern part of the state where the cities are, and there's travel required. So I think we've got like an hour and 15-minute ride just to get to the game tonight. So pretty much starting this afternoon, I'm going to be driving and getting caught up with dealing with commute and stuff. And unfortunately, my daughter, she has after school programs, so she's not out of school until 4, and then we pretty much have to hit the road because we have to be there at 5:30, and that's planning on me getting lost, as I usually do. And then a lot of the time what happens is we get sent to these fields in these towns that we're just not familiar with, and they just tell you to like go to this field, but you show up there and there's like 8 different athletics fields at this, and you have no idea which one you're supposed to go to. So it's a lot of, you have to park in the parking lot, and it's a lot of walking around and trying to find a local to see if they know where we're supposed to be, and that seems to be a lot of what we deal with. So here in New Hampshire, that's how softball season works anyway. So we have about a 15-minute window for getting lost and for finding things, and then my daughter has to be there. What I think might happen, my daughter might skip her after-school program and come home this afternoon on the bus, which will buy us another 45 minutes, so that at least she has time to come home and quickly swallow a snack and get on her uniform. This way we're having, I have to have her change in a, what is it called? Porta potty or something gross like that. So we'll see. She might come home on the bus, and that will help. And then, of course, by the time we get home tonight, it'll be like 8, 9 o'clock at night. Of course, it's bath night, and there's school tomorrow. And just this time of the year is just crazy, guys. Just crazy. So that is what's going on tonight. And tomorrow, not quite so bad. Thursday, the Lawn Fawn release is coming out on Thursday. So that's really exciting. I've been kind of working on my priority list of what I'm going to be getting in order. I think, where's my little note here? And as you guys know, I was accidentally shown a sneak peek of the Lawn Fawn release like a week before this stuff started to release. So the things that I'm going to be prioritizing, I'm interested in a lot of stuff. And there's some sets that, because I saw the preview, I know that are coming, but haven't showed up on YouTube yet as an introduction, so I will keep my mouth shut about those until those come out anyway. And I'm sure that maybe by the time this goes live it will, and it won't be that big of a deal. But there's 1, 2, 3 or 4 different stamp sets, and of course the reveal wheel and all those accessories are going to be my priority, and then all the rest I'll kind of gather, as the months go by before their fall release. So definitely the UR Subline set is going to be a big one for me. The Coaster Critters I'm absolutely in love with. Manatee Rific is okay, and there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stamp sets that haven't been introduced yet. So 2 of them small, and then a medium set, and then another 2 large stamp sets coming that we will see. And of course, those all work their way into my list. But I think that the reveal wheel is going to sell out pretty quickly. So if you're interested in that or any of the accessories, prioritize that. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make sure that I get that order in first thing on Thursday, as soon as it's released. And then the Coaster Critters and the You Are Sublime are the 2 stamp sets that I'm going to focus on the most. And then a couple of the others. So I'll be able to talk about it more freely, I think. I just feel bad if you're new to the channel or just catching in. I accidentally caught a sneak peek of the Lawn Fawn release because I was shopping on a website, cherryontop.com, which I will place an order with them every couple of weeks. And they usually do pre-orders on stuff. And I'm shopping for stuff which actually you'll see because I actually didn't end up getting it at Cherry on Top, but I got it from somewhere else. But anyway, they have a pre-order section, and they had one for Lawn Fawn, so I clicked on it thinking that it was going to be the spring one, and it wasn't. It was the summer line, and they had the whole summer line. So I got to look at all of the summer line that was coming out, and then like an hour later it was gone. So I imagine that they realized that they weren't supposed to put that up, and they quickly took it back down. But of course, you know, I just thought it was the spring one. I was like, oh my God, it's not, you know, looking a little bit closer. And for a completely different reason, I was looking at Lawn Fawn's website, trying to figure out if there was a place that we could pre-order this stuff. And it brought me to a page for the wholesalers, for Lawn Fawn wholesalers. And there is a thing on there saying, do not give any sneak previews until we've released the introductions of this. And so I can now say that, yeah, Cherry Top wasn't supposed to do that, so that's why they probably took it down so quick. But anyway, so I know that there's more good stuff coming. So if you follow their YouTube channel, keep watching because they're only about halfway done with the previews for the release. Anyway, so Lawn Fawn coming on Thursday. Friday, my daughter her chorus is singing in the New Hampshire Fisher Cats baseball team game. They're doing the anthem for that, so we'll be doing that in the evening. And definitely look to our Instagram page if you're interested in pictures of that. Other than the videos that I've already pre-recorded, I might not be doing another live update like this with you guys until next week. Anyway, so I've already blabbered on for I don't even know how many minutes. I can't even see the timer the way that my phone is right now. Let's get started with some Happy Mail, and I'll show that off really quick. Again, my usual disclaimer, I am new to the camera being positioned this way, so I'm going to try not to be completely just off the mark when I show stuff off. I'm really sorry. Anything that I do is already, it's not intentional if I don't show something properly. And believe me, I am already hyper aware of every mistake that I make, so there's no need to be rude. Anyway, so this is a Memorydex card from my friend Betsy. This was completely unexpected. I was not expecting anything from her. I just went and got the mail yesterday, and I was like, oh, what's this? It's from Betsy. And I opened up. There's a note on the back, handwritten note on the back, wishing me a happy Mother's Day and just checking in. Betsy has a YouTube channel. She's a fabulous person, and I went and texted her yesterday and to thank her, and we ended up chatting for quite a while, just catching up. But look at how adorable this is, guys. This is paper pieced and these flowers, and I think this is one of the flowers that I made that I sent her. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to get something back like that, to see somebody's actually using something that I've made. So I think it's fantastic. So this is from Betsy. It is a Memorydex card. Very unexpected. This was such a nice surprise, and it's so lovely. So the next Happy Mail is from a newer friend. Her name is Lisa, and we're in a paper crafters exchange group. And I filmed previously some things that I had made for these friends, so this is kind of neat that now I can film what they've sent me. So we have this little Memorydex card with this little doggy on it. Look at how cute, and the little bee. So the challenge for this was to make a Memorydex card with your favorite animal on it. And the one I sent her had a pig on it. And she has these great stickers for the back of her work. So this is also from Lisa, and the theme on this Memorydex card was vintage. And I thought, this is metal. this embellishment. It's really cool. And she put a little note inside here for me. And then here's her sticker again. I'm going to have to snip some holes in the bottom of this one to get it to fit in my Memorydex. And look at this, guys. She made for me some stickers like she made for her, the back of her work. So now I have some Made with Love stickers with my name on it. How cool is that? There's 2 different designs. Very cool. And then she also included a little set of Heidi Swap rub-ons for foiling, which is really cool. I've not done any foiling. I'm sorry for the glare. You're seeing the reflection of the phone that's on the tripod over this. I've not done any foiling at all, so this is going to be really fun to play with. I don't have a laminator or anything cool like that. It's one of those things that I keep telling myself I'll get into someday, and I probably will, you know, after the trend is over. At some point. Anyway, so thank you very much, Lisa. I loved everything, and the little foil kit was such a nice surprise. So that is what I have for Happy Mails. So for hauls, I just have a couple of small things to show off. You guys might remember a couple of weeks ago I picked up some stamp sets, some Lawn Fawn stamp sets on eBay, and I bought them in a lot, and they were heavily used, and I cleaned them up because I'm still collecting a lot of the old Lawn Fawn, and I didn't even think to grab it. You guys, you know what I'm talking about. One of the stamp sets that I got was the Admit 1 set that had the like horse carousel on it and a couple of other like carnival sort of themed things. And because I knew that the Critter Coaster set had been coming out, you know, before they started introducing it for Lawn Fawn, I thought that that set would work really nicely with the Critter Coaster for some summer and fall fair, you know, and carnival themed cards. So I kept the stamp set. I cleaned it up, and it cleaned up fine, and it's heavily stained, but then I really wanted the dies to go with it, and because the set has been discontinued for so long, I had such a hard time finding the dies. So I did end up finding a company in the United States that had them, and it's called Ink on the Go, and here's their return address, and apparently they're right over in Wakefield, Massachusetts. So I did find the dies, and they're new here. So these are the dies for the Admit 1 stamp set that has been long since discontinued. So it's nice to be able to find the dies. I ordered these on a Friday. Looks like her name is Mary Ellen, the owner. I ordered them on Friday, so the 11th. I think that was Friday. I need to look at my little calendar here. Yes, Friday the 11th. And they were $15.99, and I paid $5.99 for flat rate shipping, which I wasn't thrilled about. They do have a free shipping after $50 or more. And they do have some older Lawn Fawn stuff, and I was kind of interested, but I didn't see... It doesn't seem to me like it's the most... up-to-date store. They didn't seem to have a lot of products that have come out in the last year or two that I might have been interested in buying. So it wasn't really in the budget to spend $50. So I figured, you know what, I'll just buy this, and I'll pay the shipping, and then I'll come back and take a look another time when I have a little bit more room in my budget. But I was super impressed. So they're one state over in Massachusetts. So I ordered on Friday, and I got it on Saturday morning. So she must have shipped it out, like, you know, the minute after I placed my order. But again, it was $15.99, $5.99 for shipping, so it was $21.98. I found a couple of places in the UK that carried this die. This is the one place in the United States that I found that actually had this die set in stock. So I will go back, and I will take a peek, and I just wanted to give her, Mary Ellen, a shout out. Ink on the Go is what it's called. And she put a lovely little handwritten note in here. I will definitely check her little shop out. But again, there was a lot of stuff that like they didn't have at all. So I don't know if it's one of those where the business is slowly just kind of like she's waiting to just kind of, she's leaving it up just to sell out and then kind of gonna, you know, shut it down or whatnot. But she did have some older sets that I might otherwise have a harder time getting my hands on. So when I have the time and the extra budget to start collecting towards older sets, I will definitely be back. Right now I need to focus on the stuff that's coming out on Thursday. But again, this one I thought would work really well with critter coasters because it has the carousel and the Ferris wheel and a couple of other, you know, carnival fair type things. That I wanted to make sure that I had this when I got critter coasters. So actually I don't need this, so I'm going to take this right out of here. So there you go. Inkaboutit.com, and I will list the website down below. So the next haul I have is just a small order from Kindred Stamps, which is another very small stamp company. They do a lot of, well, they design their own stamps, but they do a lot of geeky sort of pop culture-y stuff. They do have like and they don't like that you say the names that they're inspired by, but like they have a Super Mario Brothers theme set and so on and so forth. It's because they don't have license to use the names, so they don't actually use it on any of their work. But anybody who's a fan could look at something and be like, oh, that's what inspires that. They do have a large set that came out recently that is Firefly themed, you know, from Joss Whedon's Firefly show and Serenity movie, which is fabulous, but it's really pricey. And because I sell a lot of my work that I make with stuff that I buy, I'm not comfortable buying something because I don't have permission. You know, I don't have licensing to, let's say the Super Mario Brothers one, I don't have permission from Nintendo to make Super Mario Brothers inspired things. So I probably would get it like if I had a niece or a nephew that likes Super Mario Brothers, just because I could make cards for them with it. But I'm not comfortable trying to sell cards that I make using something so heavily inspired. So it's not something that I would normally invest in for things like that, if that makes any sense. So because I'm not comfortable selling something made with it, then I don't have a lot of extra budget for that sort of thing. My budget tends to be for things that I can use, that I have an immediate need for it, or that I can try to make my money back for it. Like, I mean, I do a lot of hauls here. Kind of my personal goal is, and I've explained this to you guys before, I have a video about where I get my extra crafting money, is my goal is to at least make back from something that I buy what I spent on it. So, take the Admit One set, that I just showed you guys a minute ago. So if I can make back, I don't even know how much, maybe $20 for the stamp and dies. If I can sell, 4 cards using this set, that I've made my money back, and it makes it worth it. It means that it's paid for itself. So if I can't use something to sell to make money from, then I'm not that I wouldn't, but I'm just less inclined to fork over the big bucks for it. And this particular set that I'm referring to, the Firefly set, I really love, but I wouldn't be comfortable selling anything in it. And it's one of their big sets, so it's in the $20 range. So that would be a huge investment for me personally. So that's something I have to save up for. But they do have a couple of small sets that I usually don't have any issue investing in for personal cards and stuff. They were running a sale on Mother's Day weekend. They had a coupon code. I think it was 20% off. Did I throw that away? I don't even know if it has the prices on it. It does. So they were running a 20% off coupon code sale. So these are a couple of sets that I had on my wish list. It's the, what do they call this one? The Notorious RBG. For Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I thought this would make a lot of really fun cards. Oh, but this set is called I Dissent, I think is what it's called. Is that? Oh, I have it right next to me. I can look. Yeah, it's called I Dissent. Sorry for glare. Very cute. There's Ruth. And it says Notorious RBG. I'm sorry, position. Notorious RBG, Supreme RBG, Your, and then a fight for the things you care about, which is of course just amazing. So I have some friends that I can make cards for, and this one was $6.99, and again I got 20% off of this. And then the next set, I actually got to make cards for my husband. It's called Happy Accidents, and it's Bob Ross themed. We love Bob Ross. We watch all of his videos on YouTube. We watched him when we were kids. We watch him now. He's just, or was, super awesome. I thought this would be really fun to make some cards for my husband. We actually have this idea. When we move and get settled in, it would be really fun to do a video with the two of us live action painting along with a Bob Ross tutorial. So look for that coming next year sometime. So I thought this would be really fun to make some cards for my husband. And again, I happen to know, just because we're Bob Ross fans, so we're familiar with like his Wikipedia page and stuff, that his family, his estate is still very protective of his name and his brand and who he was. He was a very private person, and very rarely was asked to do interviews and things like that. So this is not something that they probably would have authorized. So this is not something that I'm comfortable making cards to sell out of, but for giving, passing along to friends or my husband. So the sentiments here, it says no mistakes, just happy accidents and happy little trees. And of course, because we're such fans of his show, there are a ton more sentiments that we can that I can make up and handwrite or print that would go along with this little set. But it's absolutely adorable. So this one is another one of their small sets. This was $8.99. So my total was $15.98. And let's see, I'm sorry, I think my total was around $20, and my coupon code made it $16, and then $4 for shipping meant that my total was $19.96. I'll show you my little packing slip here with prices on it. And again, these were just a couple of things that had been on my wish list, and I was just kind of waiting for a coupon code or something to come out. They do a lot of really fun stuff, and I'll link them down below so that you can have a look. And I will say I have a couple of their other sets. I have the Golden Girls set. I should just grab it. They're really fun, and they're really nice. They do have a Facebook fan group too, and the Audra, the owner, and her employees are really active there. So this is my entire Kindred stamps collection. I have this one, which is called Stay Sharp, which I have made cards for in my Etsy shop. Just these little succulents are fun. And this is my favorite. It's called Stay Golden. It's a Golden Girls play, and obviously this is heavily used. I've used this a lot of times. Many times for cards for friends. I have a blast with this set. And then I have this one, which is called Girl Gang, which I've also made some cards for. Sorry, I'm trying to position for the glare. The sun keeps moving, so it's hard to. They are very, very good quality, but they are pricey. So these are an investment for me. And when you consider the fact that a lot of the stuff I can't sell what I make with them, they're doubly an investment. So I love them, but you will very rarely see a Kindred Stamps haul from me. This just happens to be one of them, a couple of the small little sets, and I have a coupon code. Moving on. So the last order I have is scrapbook.com. You guys remember that I showed you guys a few times now the prototype for my husband's grandson's baby shower, and this yellow paper represents a map paper that I had to order, and I did. And here it is. I got a ton of it from scrapbook.com. We spent quite a bit of money. The theme is sort of a adventure-y fantasy kind of thing, and I couldn't find any single pages of sort of fantasy themed paper that I could buy. I know that there's some fantasy paper packs that have map pieces in them, but because they need 50 invitations, I wasn't going to buy 50 different packs of paper just to get, 1 or 2 pages out of each one. So this was kind of the closest that I came to with what we were looking for that I could buy in an individual sheet. This is from Reminisce, and it's called World Map. So this is going to be cut up, and it's going to be where you see the gold on this. And I'm still waiting for navy blue card bases, and also this little gold piece right here. It's just a fill-in representative for a brad that is in the shape of a compass from the Eyelet Outlet, which is coming from a cherryontop.com that I referenced at the beginning of this video. So we will see. Let me see if I can get this back in here. So this whole stack is from scrapbook.com. Hopefully this is enough. I think it is. I counted out and measured out, and I think I might have a couple of extra pieces just in case, so we'll see. So also while I was there, there were a couple of other things that I was interested in. This Echo Park 6x6 paper pad. I'm going to be trying to focus on 6x6 paper pads instead of the large papers because storage issues and I get bored with them sooner and a whole bunch of things. So, and I recently tried a couple of Echo Park paper pads and I was really impressed with them. So Echo Park and Cartabella I think are turning out to be my favorites for 6x6 paper pads. So anyway, so I got this one in Safari Jungle, which I haven't even had a chance to really look at yet. Too cute! Too cute. Oh, look at how lovely. Oh, I love this already. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of animal prints, but that's fun. Oh, I love those leaves. Oh, look at the turquoise. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Try to move so you can see both sides at the same time. Look at the little safari jeeps. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. Little lions and bears. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm in love. The wood. Look at this. What a fun scene that will be for a card. And more animal prints, and now we're right back at the beginning. Oh, just love it. What a great thing. And I think this was on clearance. Let me see if I can bring this up really quick. This one didn't have a packing slip. Oh, yes, it did. It was in the bottom of my thing, but I don't know how much it was the issue. I don't like it when packing slips don't come with prices. It irritates me. Let's see. Okay, well, let's while that's loading, let's I got one more. Also from Echo Park, I got a 6x6 Under the Sea paper pad. How much were these? Come on. Oh, they weren't on sale. Okay, so these were $6.39 a piece. So in order for them to not be on sale, I must have just loved them. I must have been in love with them in order to do it, which is fine. So this one is Under the Sea. Let's flip through here really quickly. I don't even know how long this video. Oh my god. Too cute. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I hope that if you're watching this, you're the type that likes long videos and that you do what I do. I love long videos and I'll play them as I'm doing other stuff around the house or working, crafting. Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh, these papers are going to be so good with the Sublime set. Oh, I didn't even think of that, but how awesome. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm in love. Perfect, right? I'm in love. Oh my gosh, everyone needs to just run out and buy all of these right now. And that's the end of that one. Okay, so that is Scrapbook. I already kind of popped some of the pages out of this one. That is scrapbook.com, and you saw all my little hauls that I have and my Happy Meals, and we've caught up. I'm going to end this and go for my walk, and then probably have another cup of coffee and do some work. That's what I got. You guys take care. I hope to check in later this week or next week. Have a good one. Bye.